Coach Tommy McDaniel joins us on the telephone. Tommy, good win tonight for your Oakland Patriots in a game you probably needed to have to keep your playoff or keep your district title hopes alive.
Yeah, it was a great win for our program. I'm so excited and happy for our kids with those two devastating losses we had against Gallatin and Blackman. For us to have some adversity in the second half and to keep fighting and come back and get that win in overtime, I just think it's huge for the morale of our football team right now.
Oakland moves to 2-1 in the district. You're 5-2 overall in on the season. You've I know that you got the big win, the big run from Swader. I think it was in overtime. Talk about the play call.
Well, we were in that personnel grouping, a two-tight end personnel grouping early in the game, and we had heard them on that particular play. And in the second half, we went back to it for a few plays, and they were really committing to the strong side of the formation, so we kind of got away from it in the second half. And I just felt like on the goal line down there when we got the ball in the first play, they were really going to be trying to penetrate and disrupt our off-tackle run game. And it just so happened that they lined up kind of what we expected. They really clogged up the inside. Sweater's a small guy, can really bounce it on the edge, and he set it up perfect, hit it up inside, and then bounced it, and it was just you couldn't have drawn it up any better. It was a perfect play.
Lots of times when you send a play in, you got to feel good about it. I've stood beside coaches and they say this is going to score a touchdown. Did you feel that way when you sent the play in?
We did, because of the way they lined up. We felt like with the way they lined up, we were going to capture the edge of the defense. And as soon as they lined up, one of the coaches said, "Please snap the ball," because we didn't want them to move pre-snap. And we had a pretty good feeling, I guess, by the alignment before they snapped it, that we were going to at least get a big gain out of it. And, so it's just one of those things that they lined up the way we wanted them to, and we executed it.
Siegel had some field goals, and actually they had a chance to win it after getting a big return and a big pass reception at the end of regulation. Talk about the field goal block at the end of regulation.
Well, I wish I could sit here and tell you, Dennis, that we really work on field goal block, but that's not something we spend a lot of time on. So sometimes the good Lord just gives you a little bit of extra lunch, and we had we just put some big bodies inside, really trying to get a push, and we had two guys come free, and again, it was our two of our seniors that made the block, and I think it speaks volumes for our seniors, because in these types of games, your seniors have got to step up and make plays when it matters. And we had two guys get there at the same time, so that was huge.
You got an off week next week. Does this come at a good time, health-wise? Oh, that's right.
I don't have an off week, no, because of the way the schedule worked out. We couldn't find the 10th game, so we had to schedule Ravenwood during the off week. So we got to go back to work next week. We'll actually have an off week before Riverdale week 9, and but that's huge for the momentum of going into off week. But going into fall break, because it's going to be hard enough to get these kids motivated and focused with the break, with everybody else in town being off. And so, we just have to handle that adversity, and hopefully, we'll come out and continue to improve.
All right, you got Middle Tennessee Christians at home next week, but everybody else in Rutherford County's off. Eagleville, Laverne, Smyrna, Riverdale, Siegel, Blackman. So you expecting a big crowd over there on DeJarnett?
I'm hoping so. If nobody's doing anything, and you're not going up to Gatlinburg or wherever it is everybody goes on fall break, we'd love to see you out at Oakland when we play at 7:30 against Ravenwood. So
okay.
Please come out and support us.
All right, we'll talk to you next Friday night, okay, my friend?
All right, thank you.
All right, Tommy McDaniel, the head coach of the Oakland Patriots. Oakland wins tonight in overtime, 19-16.